Hi Michelle, this is the tutorial to go over what we went over last week with how to do basic edits on your site. And so first thing that you'll do is you'll use the link that we gave you that takes you to this URL, SedonaPaint.com. The new won't be there once the site goes live, but and then /administrator, that's what's going to get you into the login area. Then you put your username here, your password there, and click login. Okay, then we come to the control panel. And so the first area that we worked on editing was right here, the middle of the home page. And that is available underneath content. You can either find it by going to Article Manager, or because that's the main article on the home page, it's a featured article. So a little easier to find it that way is just to go to Featured Articles. And there it is. Welcome to Sedona Paint Center. And there we go. Okay, so then step one, as you probably remember, is to make a copy of the code as a backup, just in case anything goes wrong while you're working on it. And so I highlighted all the code. I'm clicking, oops, just lost it. I'm clicking on my left button of my mouse, and I'm holding down and dragging. And then I'm dragging that over to my desktop. You won't be able to see that because it's going to go out of the screen, but I've dragged it over to my desktop. Now, the other way to work, if you did want to work on a copy of the page rather than the live page, is just to click this button, Save as Copy. And then you can make all your changes to this copy page. And then when you're finished, go in here, select the code for the page that you just created. That was the copy of the page that you've been working on. Select all of that code. You can either save this or not, that would be your choice, but close out of here. And then go back to the original article. And then right now I'm still in the toggle editor, as you see where the code is showing up. So then what you would do is you would select the code of this page, and you're going to delete it. And then you would take the new code from the copy page that you were working on and drop it in. And then all your changes will show up right here. So two different ways of working. If you feel more comfortable working offline, that would be the way to do it. And so then again, just go over how to change out an image, select the image, come up here to the image tool, and then very simply just click on this upload button. You can drag and drop your files right onto here, or you can click browse and browse to wherever on your computer you happen to have your images. Once the image is here, you can go ahead and close. It will automatically highlight what you just uploaded, and so you simply click on that in order to get that to appear up here because you need the URL to appear, and then it automatically puts a little alt text in here for you. Alt text is readable by search engines. Search engines don't pay a lot of attention to it, but it's helpful. So you can put some keywords in here if you wanted to. I'm for now just going to leave this as is, but this is just something good to know about. Is if you wanted to put some keywords in there, you could. I'm going to cancel this because I'm not going to save what I did. And then just going down the page, in here, changing text, pretty simple. The text again here will appear a little smaller than how it actually appears on the site. So this is not 100% what you see is what you get. It's mostly what you see is what you get, similar to the editor that you've been using. Again, to like how this got to be blue is simply selecting the text. And then it's not only blue, it's also bold. So I clicked on the bold button. And then I went in here to the colors, and I probably chose that color. If you wanted more colors, you can just click here. And then it gives you a nice color picker area where you can go in and choose any color you want. You can also go there and choose only web colors, name colors, template colors. We don't have any in there right now. So anyway, these are just different ways to choose colors if you want to have more of a selection. And then again, if I wanted to change the font, I'd just go up here, font size right here. And I believe that's all to show you here. Again, here, because we have photos side by side, the simplest way to do that right now, because of the way the site is now built, is to go into Photoshop and just put them together, one image next to each other. So essentially they are one image that you're inserting. Okay, I'm going to close out of there. And then now we're going to look at the left and the right areas again. And as you remember, you just go to Extensions, Module Manager, and then again, I'm just going to look at only what's published. And in here, again, these that say editor off or no editor, just don't open them, please, because those have YouTube code in them that would actually break if you were to open them. So best not to open them at all. And so then your left and right sides of the home page, home sidebar left, home sidebar right. We'll go into the right side because that's what we worked on the other day. And again, we change this image out by going here. This image has a link on it, which is created by clicking on the link button. It's going to images/coupon JPEG. Okay, and so that in order to create a link, all you have to do is click on that button. That goes for text or for images. If you wanted to break the link, that's right next to it right here. Okay, anything else to show you? Okay, the copyright image is just that, it's an image. So if you needed one again, you can either just click it and copy it, which would be the simplest thing to do if you had another one on the page, or you can just know that the name of it is reg-mark.png. So as long as you put in the URL images/reg-mark.png, you'll be putting a registration mark in place. But again, the simplest thing to do is to just go ahead and use the copy one that's already on the page. For the trademark, the symbols are actually behaving themselves for the trademark. So you can just go into here, find the trademark symbol, or again, you could just simply copy and paste an existing one, which is easiest, but you could also go in here and just choose the trademark symbol. Okay. Okay, and I'm going to close out on that. And let's look now down here. Social buttons are now showing up again at the bottom of all pages. So sorry about that. I had turned it off and I forgot that I did, so I just needed to turn that back on. This top area, again, is one of the modules, and that's just contact, location, and hours. So when you need to change the hours, this will be where to do that, and anything else that you might want to do to change in here, you can do it right here. And I believe that's all what to show you for the home page. And then going in and finding the other pages, you're going to go to Article Manager, and let's say you wanted to make a change to the Dunn Edwards page. Simplest thing to do would be to just go in the search field, put in Dunn, open up the Dunn Edwards page, and there it is. And you can just go ahead and make any changes that you need to make to this part of the site right here, same as you would throughout the site. Same as you would have in on the home page or in the left and right. Okay, and then trying to think what else we would need to talk about. I had showed you the menus. At this point, you probably won't need to make any changes to the menu yourself. And if when you get to that point, I'd rather just make that a tutorial in and of itself. But basically, just to know that the top menu is called main menu, and this is where all of the links are for that top menu bar. So everything that shows up here and all of the drop downs here. And looking to see what else do we need to cover. I did actually, I looked in Firefox on several other computers, and the hyphenation issue was actually gone. So what we were seeing the other day was actually just caching. It was just my browser that still was remembering the hyphenation issue. So that issue is actually resolved, so that's good. And then as far as everything else go, the DeVoe page that was left in tables, I had to remind myself, because it's been a while, why I made that choice. This was the page where I had actually thought about, see, we still have these left behind, because I at one point I had thought of dividing that page up into different, you can actually take articles and put them in certain categories and then have them appear on a page. It gets a little more complex that way. And the reason why I decided not to do that is because it was more complex, and it just made more for you to have to hunt for when you wanted to make changes. So I decided to leave it all in one page. And I decided to leave it in the tables for now, just because this was one of the biggest pages, and it would have kind of gotten a bit messy and hard to work with, to keep all this lined up the way you want it, if I took it out of the tables. So here is how it is behaving. Let me go down. Okay, I'm going to go down to this section. This is only an approximation of what it would look like on a smartphone, but here's what happens is as it comes in, it's not a perfect fit, but it's also not too bad. So that's why also I decided on this page, this one was working, and so it was best to just leave it this way for now. And then if you ever wanted me to, or if you wanted to, we could go in and rebuild this all. And if we were to rebuild it, we might make some different choices that would actually make it more friendly to the responsive layout. But I think that's actually pretty good. And again, you know, mobile search is definitely increasing, but I don't know how deep into sites people are going right now with their mobile device. That I'm sure will increase over time. Definitely with the tablets they are, not so much with the phones. So with the phone, people tend to go, you know, they might look at your home page, and then they might look at some very specific targeted pages. So, you know, but the chances of them actually going through the entire site on a mobile phone are probably pretty slim. But that doesn't mean that you don't want it to be friendly for the phone. And so at this point, all of your pages are mobile friendly. And I'm glad you're happy with what the site is looking like. And so at this point, we're gonna hand the keys to the site over to you and let you go in and make some edits yourself so that you feel comfortable with it. And then as soon as you're ready for us to make the site live, you just let us know, and we can do that pretty quickly. And so that is all for now, and I will talk to you later. Thanks, bye.